Hey everyone, this is Remnicor and welcome back to the channel. A few days ago, Obi-Wan Kenobi had its 2-episode premiere, and I'm sure you've all seen it by now. But if you haven't, I recommend skipping this video because I will be discussing spoilers for the series. Ever since Disney took over, there hasn't been a Star Wars product that hasn't been met with controversy. Even films like Rogue One, which seem to captivate a large part of the fandom, including myself, many people don't care for it and say the characters are uninteresting. Now, I'm not going to try and defend the character direction in a movie where everyone dies at the end. I will just say I don't care, this is awesome. From what I can see, Obi-Wan Kenobi is receiving a lot of positive buzz, and I think the decision to drop the first 2 episodes together has gotten people talking more and hooked for the moment to see what comes next. There are definitely people out there commenting on how they think Leia is annoying and shouldn't be in the show, but I think she's adorable and was a perfect casting for young Leia, and if you still disagree, I will personally ratio you in the comment section. But if you spend any time on the internet, you probably heard by now the biggest controversy of this show. Riva, aka the third sister. Riva is a new addition to the Star Wars franchise and is played by Moses Ingram. Before the show even came out, she was already the subject of ridicule and hatred online as people claim she was only chosen for her role because she checks all the boxes. I want to make this clear in this video, though I did get some backlash for this stance in my review of the Book of Boba Fett, but I don't engage in reactionary politics, online or in real life. I don't view a black person being cast in a franchise I love as simply filling in a diversity quota. If you genuinely believe Moses Ingram only got this role because she's a black woman, you are not a serious person and you need to log off the internet for at least an hour to go see the grass outside. It's okay to not like Moses Ingram's acting. Trust me, this video is both a case for Riva and a case against Riva. I'm going to be as fair and balanced as I can be. But I'm starting off on the assumption that we are all intellectually mature and know how to be decent people. So, what is the problem with Riva? After torturing myself by scrolling through an endless amount of comments on Instagram, Twitter, and Reddit, I feel like I have a general understanding of why this character is so controversial. The most common comments I see consists of criticisms like, I don't think she's very intimidating, her line delivery is cringe, or she's annoying and I don't like her. These are valid critiques and opinions to have, and I'm not going to tell you that you are wrong for having them. But because this is my channel and I make whatever content I want, I am offering my view of Riva in the most nuanced way possible. So first, is Riva really not that intimidating? Well, it depends, because someone's intimidation factor is subjective. This is really just a matter of an opinion. There's not really any way to intellectually or scientifically dissect this criticism.
You protect your family. I like that, Anna. It's important. You think you could protect them from me?
This interaction and delivery may be cringy to you. It may make you feel a sense of dread for Owen. It may do nothing for you at all. I can't read your mind as you watch this video, so I don't know what you thought of that clip. Regardless of whether or not you like her acting there, your opinion is valid. However, because this issue concerns questionable acting in Star Wars, I feel like I need to politely remind you all that Hayden Christensen only returned to this role because he finally got past a wave of unfathomable hatred and bullying from fans. Any issues you have with the characters in Star Wars should not be directed at the actors themselves. As I was writing this script, Moses Ingram actually posted on her Instagram story about all the hateful DMs and comments that she has been receiving. And it's really heartbreaking to see how people can be so cruel to someone just because they think them existing within a fictional universe they really like is a direct attack on them and the Mega Millions merchandising property they hold dear. I don't think I need to repeat the obvious, but if you bully Star Wars actors online, you are by default not a very good person. Please do not do a rehash of the Hayden Christensen and Kelly Marie Tran situation. So, back to Riva. What makes a villain intimidating? While it is subjective, I think there are universal traits that most people may feel elevate the intimidation factor of a villain. An example of this is when a villain is calm, collected, and calculating. This isn't to say that Riva isn't smart and aware, but I don't think you could argue she's very calm and collected.
Tell me where the Jedi is, or this man and his family die!
Arguably, the greatest example of a calm and collected villain is Moff Gideon. Giancarlo Esposito's Gus Fring in Breaking Bad is calm and collected, and he brought that same energy to Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian. When Moff Gideon is on screen, his calm demeanor and focus draws immediate intrigue from the audience, because his next move is nearly incalculable, and his performance demands your attention.
Mesmerizing, isn't it? Used to belong to Bo-Katan. Yes, I know you've been traveling with Bo-Katan. A friendly piece of advice. Assume that I know everything. Like the fact that your wrist launcher has fired its one and only salvo.
When compared to Riva, they are near polar opposites. Riva is stubborn, headstrong, loud, obnoxious, and impatient. Even though she is all of these things, there were definitely times in the first 2 episodes where I was reminded that Moses Ingram is a good actress and really could play a compelling villain.
You don't have to worry. You're not going to die today.
That line delivery is not rushed. It's slow, but at the same time, it just resonates with my eardrums. It honestly reminds me of how Asajj Ventress delivers her lines.
You and your precious Jedi Order.
If Riva spoke like this throughout, I would take her for someone who was calm, collected, and calculating. Aside from criticizing her for bad acting or for not being intimidating, a lot of people just think she's annoying, and while that does sound mean, I don't think those people are wrong. The other Inquisitors clearly find her annoying too, they don't really have any respect for her, and they look down on her as the least of them. There is clearly a lot of tension between these Inquisitors with context that we have just not seen yet, but the fact that we are presented with an antagonist who is actively hated by the other antagonists comes across to me like a setup for a villain who works against all odds to prove themselves and do what they feel they need to do. I've heard someone compare Riva to Tuco Salamanca from Breaking Bad, and yeah, I could kinda see that. I think that when villains who are this persistent in their quest to get what they want annoy you, the actor must be doing at least something right. But even after all those criticisms, which again I think are valid because you're completely allowed to not like the character of Riva, there still exists a lingering controversy, and it does concern leaks and spoilers for this series. No, I will not explain what those spoilers or leaks are in this video, don't worry. But if you want to know, I have a full breakdown of the series plot leak on my channel already. Without spoiling the exact details, there is a lot of controversy surrounding how Riva's story is going to conclude. Just don't be surprised if you see comments after the finale saying that woke Disney ruined Obi-Wan's character and made a black woman the hero of Star Wars. YouTube channels that profit off this kind of reactionary outrage culture surrounding popular media have already done their share of farming this controversy for ad revenue, and hearing about how Disney is pulling a bait and switch with Obi-Wan and Riva is honestly exhausting at this point. No, this series is not about Riva. This series is about Obi-Wan. Riva is just an antagonist to Obi-Wan who kicks off the plot of this series. She has an obvious but yet to be revealed connection to Obi-Wan. As of this video being uploaded, episode 3 is not out yet, but it's dropping tomorrow. Now, moving away from stuff that has been talked about in leaks, I want to move into speculation about how I think Riva's story is going to be built up, because I really think there is potential for this character to become iconic and viewed as a positive addition to the franchise. At the end of the second episode, Obi-Wan learns that Anakin is alive, which is a world-shattering reveal for him. It was also world-shattering for some fans because Riva is the one to reveal this information to Obi-Wan. As soon as it happened, I was already envisioning comments about how, oh, only Tarkin and Thrawn knew Anakin was Vader, Riva shouldn't know that. Now, I'm just gonna assume that Anakin being Vader is still a secret, and that it's just not common knowledge throughout the Empire. I really want to believe that. So I began to think about how they could explain this, and it made me reevaluate how I looked at Riva's character and the possible ways she could be going. Lots of people think that this girl in the opening Order 66 flashback is Riva, but I don't know, it could just be another girl who's black, I honestly don't know. Whether or not it is Riva there, I'm confident that we will see her as a Jedi and what happened to her before, during, and after Order 66. I really have to wonder if Riva is in like a Starkiller position in this series. Not that she's Vader's apprentice, but that she's Vader's plant in the Inquisitors. I really think that Riva has some sort of connection to Darth Vader that we just haven't seen yet. What are the odds that Riva saw Anakin lead the assault on the Jedi Temple? What if she idolizes Anakin for breaking free of the Jedi Code and laying waste to the Order? Maybe Riva has traumatic memories of being taken from her family to become a Jedi and is just now consumed by hatred. It's clear that she wants to capture Obi-Wan to gain favor with Darth Vader, as the other Inquisitors have commented on her lust for power, recognition, and Riva even says that she'll be the one to take Obi-Wan to Darth Vader. What about when the Grand Inquisitor talks to Riva in the second episode about how she came to them from the gutter and essentially implies her Force ability got her quick favor as an Inquisitor? What if Riva was only in the Jedi Order for a short amount of time before the Council, or even a single Jedi Master, decided that she was not fit to be a Jedi and that she should not continue? This is just my wild speculation. I am literally just throwing stuff at the wall to see if it sticks in 4 weeks. I feel like having only spent 2 episodes with this character is far too early to write her off as a failed addition to Star Wars. But who am I kidding? This is one of the most popular fictional franchises in the entire world, and we're dealing with Star Wars fans on the internet. Everyone has their own opinion, They're entitled to it. You're entitled to it. You don't have to like Riva, it's not that big of a deal, but don't DM the actress racial slurs. Overall, I'm just really excited to see how the remaining 4 episodes of this series are executed. I think that the first 2 episodes have been a great start for the series, and it is sad to see actors who put so much effort into these roles receive so much hatred just because their existence is seen as filling a quota. I think Moses Ingram is a good actress, and I am looking forward to seeing how they take her character moving forward. Let me know what you thought about Riva in the first 2 episodes in the comments down below. Thank you all again for the support, it means so much. I get a tiny boost of serotonin whenever I see my subscriber count go up. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like this video. I'm Rem Nakor, I will see you all in the next one.